In the world of national security, we often talk about hard perimeters, the gates at Downing Street, the armed officers of the Diplomatic Protection Group, the physical security of the cabinet room. But in the 21st century, the most vulnerable perimeter isn't made of iron or stone. It's the device in your pocket. Today we're looking at a significant breach of UK national security. It has recently emerged that for at least 3 years, state-sponsored actors from the People's Republic of China successfully compromised the mobile devices of senior officials at the very heart of the British government. This wasn't a quick smash and grab. This was a sustained, sophisticated dwell inside the communications of the people running the country. This is the reality of the digital front line. The incident, the operation, is known by the designation Salt Typhoon. Between 2021 and 2024, a period spanning the premierships of Boris Johnson, Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak, Chinese hackers maintained access to the phones of some of the Prime Minister's closest aides. Now, from a law enforcement and national security perspective, the who is as important as the how. We aren't just talking about junior clerks. We are talking about the inner circle, the people who manage the PM's diary, the people who draft sensitive policy, and the people who handle the raw data of government. While it's currently unclear if the Prime Minister's personal handsets were compromised, the breach went, as one source put it, right into the heart of Downing Street. In our world, we call this persistent access. Salt Typhoon didn't just want to see what was happening on a Tuesday in 2022. They wanted a seat at the table for 3 years. They got it. The tradecraft. Analyzing the technical. Let's talk about the digital exhaust. When a hostile state hacks a phone, they aren't always looking for a smoking gun email. In the world of high-level national security, we look at metadata. Metadata tells a story. Even if an official is using an encrypted app, Salt Typhoon can see who they are talking to, how often they talk, and, crucially, where they are. Geolocation data is a goldmine for an adversary. If you can track the movement of a senior Downing Street aide, you can infer meetings, identify secret locations, and map out the unofficial networks that actually make the government function. This is a failure of personal OPSEC, operational security. For years, our national security partners have warned that the convenience of the smartphone is the greatest vulnerability to the state. The fact that this went undetected from 2021 until 2024 is a sobering reminder of how quiet a professional typhoon can be. It suggests a level of technical tradecraft that bypassed our initial layers of digital defense. The friction, political and security tension. The timing of this disclosure is critical. As we speak, Sir Keir Starmer is heading to Beijing, the first visit by a British PM in 6 years. The objective? Trade and investment. But here is the point of friction. On one hand, you have the Treasury and Number 10 pushing for economic engagement. On the other, you have the national security apparatus pointing to Salt Typhoon and saying, the house is on fire. We also have the ongoing controversy of the mega embassy. Plans were recently approved for a massive Chinese diplomatic compound in London, situated right on top of some of the city's most sensitive communications infrastructure. Alicia Kearns, a shadow minister for national security, has been vocal on this. She's characterized the current approach as simpering to a hostile state. From a security standpoint, the concern is simple. Are we trading long-term sovereign safety for short-term economic stability? In law enforcement, we know that when someone shows you who they are, through 3 years of sustained hacking, you should believe them. The wider context, Five Eyes and the future. This isn't just a UK problem. Salt Typhoon is a global campaign. It has hit the US, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, the Five Eyes partners. When an adversary targets the entire alliance, they aren't just looking for secrets, they are looking for seams. They want to see where the communication between London and Washington breaks down. They want to see if they can find a weak link in the chain. MI5 recently issued an espionage alert to Parliament. That isn't something done lightly. It is a signal to everyone in Westminster, from the cabinet down to the interns, that the grey zone of conflict is no longer a theory. It is happening in the pockets of our civil servants. The takeaway. So, what's the official observation for today? In national security, we often say that security is a process, not a product. You can have the best encryption in the world, but if your operational habits are lax, the adversary will find a way in. The Downing Street hack is a reminder that the most sensitive conversations in the country were potentially being live-streamed to Beijing for over 1,000 days. As the Prime Minister touches down in China, the question remains, how do you negotiate a trade deal with someone who already knows your hand? This has been Official Observations. Keep your eyes open and your OPSEC tighter. We'll see you next time.